Happy Monday to you all. So happy to be here. Hope you can join me here today on this live. And as you see behind me, the colors, I am talking about Jamaica, everything Jamaica today. Just welcome everyone who is part of this group I do in the Caribbean. I'm Sandra Morris. I am the admin for the group. I am a destination wedding specialist. And that also means I'm also a travel agent, meaning that I'm able to help customers or clients who want to get married, help them with that process in from planning the wedding, of getting the resorts through booking all their accommodations for their guests until they get to the resort. So I offer full service for anyone looking to plan their destination wedding. I can help them do that. And in order for me to do that, I have to be a travel agent. So, someone came to me and said, "Oh, I didn't know you're a travel agent." So I said, let me just say this on this live that I am a travel agent. I have a travel company called Event Trail Travel. And within that company, I do destination wedding. That is my specialty, but also do anniversaries, honeymoon, if you're doing a group trip. So if you're looking to book any kind of travel, I can also help you with that. But for this group, I focus on giving information on planning destination wedding. So I actually had my destination wedding 6 years ago in Jamaica. So that is where I got the idea of forming this group, because I remembered when I was planning my destination wedding, I didn't have enough information to just help me with the planning process. So I thought having a group like this with people who are looking to get married, I can share information from what I learned from planning my wedding, and also just give them information so they can help them plan their own wedding. And if they have any questions, they can always ask me. So that's the reason why I try to share information within this group, is just to help you plan. So as I said, today is all about Jamaica. I'm actually born in Jamaica and actually lived in the US. I'm not going to say at least 30 plus years I've been living in the US. So, that's my reason for loving Jamaica, probably because I was born there. But I had my wedding there because it was just, for me, the right place to have my wedding, because I also had family living there that couldn't travel to the US. And also I wanted a wedding that was in the Caribbean, and I just love everything about Jamaica. So let me just tell you a little bit about Jamaica. You see the flag behind me. It's yellow, green, and black. That's the color of our flag. Black meaning the people of the country, yellow meaning the sun, and of course green meaning the land, the vibeness of the land and everything that's on there. So that's really what the color of our flag signified. And our motto in Jamaica is out of many, one people, meaning that Jamaica is a mixture of multiple cultures. We have Indians, we have Chinese, we have, all kind of people that's in Jamaica. So it says out of many, one, like we treat everyone as equal. So I just love that motto, meaning that it doesn't matter where you're from, we're all one people. So that's the motto for Jamaica. What is Jamaica's fruit? They claim the national food. Well, our national food for me is ackee, which is ackee and codfish, and served to me with some fried dumpling. That's the best way to serve and eat that dish. And if you are going to Jamaica, I would suggest at least getting that dish and trying it to see if it's something that you would like. But I would say it's an acquired taste, but it's a great thing to try. Jamaica is famous for Bob Marley, who brought us reggae music. Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world. Blue Mountain coffee, I think, is probably one of the best coffee out there in the world. I'm a big coffee drinker. I don't drink Blue Mountain coffee a lot because I do drink it when I'm in Jamaica, but it's really a good coffee. Jamaican jerk chicken. I mean, I don't think there's anyone that don't know anything about what Jamaican jerk chicken is. Red Stripe beer. We're famous for Dunn's River Fall. I mean, everybody knows about Dunn's River Fall. And our native language is Patois, meaning it's we're under the Queen's English, so that we speak English, but our dialect is Patois, meaning it's broken English. So it's, instead of saying I want to go home, I probably say I want to go home. So it's just the way you say it, and it's shorter version of it. So if you're choosing Jamaica for your destination wedding, where are the most popular places to look at and to, while you're doing your research? So 3 most popular location in Jamaica is Ocho Rios, Montego Bay, and Negril. So Montego Bay is where the airport is. So that would say is the main hub. And a lot of people who are looking to have their wedding in Jamaica pick resorts around the Montego Bay area because it's easy to get to. So most resorts are around 10 to 30 minutes away that are located within the Montego Bay area. So if you're looking to have your wedding, you always want to think about how far is the hotel from the airport to see how long people have to travel. So I would say if you want to look at the map, Montego Bay would be say in the middle, and then we have Ocho Rios, which is about an hour and a half away. So there's a lots of um, a couple of there's resorts in Ocho Rios that you can think of as a place to have your wedding. And Dunn's River Fall is in Ocho Rios, and there's lots of tours and activities. Swim with a dolphin, that's also in Ocho Rios. So if you're thinking about location and what activities around there, you can use that as a way to guide you in picking your right location. If you move back to Montego Bay, hour and a half from Montego Bay, the opposite direction is Negril. And Negril is famous for its 7 Mile beach. So Negril have a more laid back vibe, I would say. They have a lot of big resorts, but they also have a lot of boutique resort like 20 rooms, 25 rooms, 30 rooms. So it all depends if you're looking to do like a takeover. That would be a great location to find resorts that are not the big chain names, but smaller boutique. Some of them are tree house. They're on a cliff. So it's just a different vibe in Negril if you're looking to stay in resorts there. So I would just talk about the different brands that are in the different areas. So if you're looking in Ocho Rios, the brands that are there is Sandals, which is adult only, and Beaches Ocho Rios. There's also a couples resort, which is obviously says couples, adults only. And you have a Riu resort, which is family. And we have Moon Palace, which is a family resort. A very good resort. You know, there's only one Moon Palace in Jamaica, and it's in Ocho Rios. Very nice. I love the food in Moon Palace, and also like just the different activities that's on property. Like Moon Palace, they have a flow rider, and they also have swim with a dolphin that's like right on property, so you don't have to go far to do that. If you're in Montego Bay, there's tons of resorts to choose from. Montego Bay has the most, I'd say, populated amount of resort that you can choose from. You also have like 3 or 4 Sandals in Montego Bay. You have Iberostar, you have Secrets, you have Breathless, you have Hyatt Ziva and Zalara, you have Hilton Rosal, and in between Montego Bay and Ocho Rios is a couple, resorts in the Trelawney area, and that is Bahia Principal and Malia Braca. Now, when we get to Negril, there's a few, I would say, big name resorts there. The Palladium is on the way from Montego Bay to Negril. The Palladium is there. There's a Sandals also there, a Sandals resort and a Beaches resort, which is their family resort. There's Riu is in that area also. Azul Beach Resort is in, which is a nice location. So, when you look at Jamaica, there is just so much resort that you can think about and pick, and depending on location, you're going to get a different vibe. So it takes time to look into to see where do you want to be in Montego Bay, you want to be in Ocho Rios, you want to be in Negril, and then figuring out once you figure that out, then it's an easier process in picking where you want to have your wedding. So I thought I'd just give you a good overview of that. Also, people come to Jamaica for various reasons. They come to experience the culture. Jamaica has a rich culture, rich musical culture. I would say there's always something to do, an activity to do. I think we have very good food that these resorts, they're Michelin star, most of them, and they really have a good variety of things for people to eat that's, to me, tasty, and just offers so many different things you can do. Like if you're in Negril, there's a 7 Mile beach. You can actually get off your property, walk on the beach, and walk past other resort right on the beach. And also there's always activity. There's like little stalls you can buy, have lobster made for you right there. So it's the experience of just being there on island. Along with the music and just having so many fun activities and tours you can do, Jamaica is always a great choice if you're thinking of having your destination wedding there. So if you're having your wedding in Jamaica, what are the requirements for getting married? So first, if you're doing a legal wedding, there's certain paperwork you have to send in. You have to send in notarized paperwork within 60 days of the date you're going to get married, so they can the resort will actually fill out these documentations for you and file to get your wedding certificate before you get on property. So you need to send them the information. You have to be 18 years or older to get married. So you need a notarized copy of your birth certificate. If you're divorced, your divorce decree, a photocopy of your passport, and you have to fill out the Jamaica legal wedding form. So the resort will supply this form for you. There is a fee around $350 to fill out this, to legalize your wedding, to have somebody come to perform the ceremony and fill out the form so you can have a legal ceremony. It's going to take approximately, after you get married, approximately 14 to 16 weeks to get that wedding certificate. So if you want it expedited, you can pay extra for that. So those are the main things. And you need to get on property on resort at least 3 days before your wedding. If you're doing a legal wedding, sometimes for a vow renewal, they want you to come at least 2 days before your vow renewal. So you can fill out and update any paperwork you need to fill out. But they require you to be on island for a certain time period if you're going to have a legal wedding, just to make sure all the documentation is done and signed. If you're doing a vow renewal or a symbolic, meaning that you're already married, whether a week before your wedding, you do a symbolic ceremony, or you're doing a vow renewal if you've been married over a period of time, you just want to renew your vows, you need to just send them a copy of your marriage certificate before you arrive, so they can prepare your vow renewal certificate. It's not legal, but it just gives you something when you have your ceremony. So those are the requirements. There's no blood work required apart from being on property 3 days before and filling out the paperwork and sending them in at least 60 days before your legal ceremony. Those are the basic requirements for getting married in Jamaica. So whichever resort you pick, they will definitely walk you through the process and making sure that you fill out all the proper documentation so you are prepared for your wedding. So as I said, Jamaica to me is a very great location to pick if you are thinking of having your destination wedding. It's just so much to do there, and is a variety of things to do. Based on the new travel requirement protocol, if you're going to Jamaica, I think you have to do your COVID test. I think it's now 5 days before you come to the US, and if on your way back, you have to do a test 3 days before you board the plane to come back to the US. So a COVID test is required for you to travel to Jamaica, and also you have to fill out a travel authorization form, and this form is gonna, you're gonna list what hotel you're staying and what date, and it has to be approved. So you have to print out your authorization form after you submit your COVID test. Print it out and take it with you to the airport so you can get on the plane. So if you don't have these things, they won't allow you to board the plane to go to Jamaica. Once you get to Jamaica, your hotel will arrange a COVID test for you 3 days before. Most resort right now are having a free COVID test. They're not charging you for it. So you have to really check with the resort that you're going to be staying to see if the test is going to be free or if there's going to be additional charge for you. So going to Jamaica from anywhere in the US, there is lots of direct flights. So, I mean, it's just easy to get to if you're anywhere in the US. So to me, that's also a great choice for choosing Jamaica. It's popular, and there's multiple flights leaving on various airlines. So to me, it's a good place to think about if you're having your wedding there. Today, if you were participating in this live and you're listening, whoever gets the answer is, what does the color of the flag signify? And they leave that in the comment. I am going to be sending them a Jamaican bandana for them. So whoever answers that question, leave your name, answer the question so I know who you are, and I'll send that to you. Also, I will send these Jamaican bracelets to, whoever answers that question. What is Jamaica's motto? So whoever answers, the first person that answers what is the motto for Jamaica, I will send them a nice bracelet. So I will contact you, get your address, and mail that to you. Who knows? And also, I'll also give away these bracelet. Like this says Jamaica on it, but this one says Bob Marley. So The question I would ask is, where does most of the planes come in Jamaica? If you're traveling to Jamaica, what is the name of the airport? So whoever tells me that, the first person that tells me that, I will send them a free gift. So thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any specific question on Jamaica or any questions on booking travel, I am available because I said I'm a travel agent, so I can help you book your honeymoon, your anniversary, your group trip, as well as help you plan your destination wedding or vow renewal. So thank you so much for joining me, and see you next week.